Hey guys, this is Ruroni K95 here, and it is time to do another video. This is the one I should have done before. Today we're going to be doing a new video, because this is going to be my top 10 favorite 80s anime, and yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. This is something that I should have done before, even though I've already done my top 10 favorite anime titles that I did back in 2018 in the past 3 years. This is the first time I wanted to do, like, my top 10 favorite 80s anime. You know what I mean, like, anime that is more popular in Japan back in the 80s as well. Especially the ones that I have from my anime collection that I have. Because I have all these classic anime titles as well. Especially the ones that came out in the 80s. Until 1989, because, you know, once Dragon Ball Z came out in, like, when it was on Toonami, it made it popular. Now that you mention it, so without any further ado, which is right here and right now, let's start into what we have here for top 10 favorite 80s anime. The first one I'm going to start off here for top 10 on here is the one I got here. Let's start here. Number 10, Dragon Ball Z. This is the most popular anime that was premiered on Toonami back when it was brought in the day, when it was brought over to Cartoon Network on Toonami as well. Yeah, because this is also based on the manga by Akira Toriyama as well. Because I think this is the more well-known popular anime as well, because despite that it premiered in Japan in 1989, I think it's how, just before the popularity of anime goes, when anime was becoming a viewing in the public eye as well, is how this thing goes. And yes, that has these two types of sagas on every seasons of Dragon Ball Z goes. Because this is the more popular anime that everybody knows about, even though this is one of those popular anime titles, because this is the great example of them as well. Because you know what it is. Because you know what I mean as well. Number 9, Ranma Half. This is one of the classic anime titles that was based on the manga by Rumiko Takahashi. Because this anime is about a boy and his father who are, like, training martial arts in the mountains of Jusenkyo, and then his father falls into the cursed spring water pond ones, which means his father falls into the spring of drowned panda. His father becomes the panda as well, and then when during the martial art trainings with his son Ranma Sawatome just falls into the spring of drowned girl, and then he becomes the girl form of himself, but with red hair. Because but especially for cold water, but when hot water spill on each other, it turns back to their human form. Like, especially when Ranma gets splashed with hot water, he's the boy. But when Ranma splashed with cold water, he becomes the girl as well. Yeah, any certain character, like Ryoga falls into the spring of drowned pig, he becomes the little black piglet, and it goes by the name P-chan in this one, which has a lot more attention to this anime. Yeah, this series only has, like, capsulated only 161 episodes and 7 seasons of Ranma Half from 1989 until 1992, which is the great example of late 80s and early 90s anime on there, until Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon arrived as well. You know what I mean. The next one I have, number 8, Maison Ikkoku. This is another anime that is based on the manga by Rumiko Takahashi. This is one of the classic ones as well, from what I understand as well. Just so you know, is that because it tells the story about the guy named Godai who wanted to keep having his advantage to study harder so he can be transferred to college as well. But then he has the love affection with the house manager, Kyoko Otonashi, and that's how the romance goes, of how the series of the tones of these romantic moments goes in Maison Ikkoku. Yeah, because I consider this to be one of the classic titles that is also based on the manga by Rumiko Takahashi as well, from what I understand. So that's number 8 on the 7 on there. Number 10, 8, 9, 8. Number 7, the Kabocha Wine. Also, yeah, this anime only has like 95 episodes from 1982 until 1984. Because I know this is also based on the manga by Mitsuru Miura as well. Yeah, this anime, which I was going to show you, the Kabocha Wine, was also tells a story about the short guy named Shunsuke Aoba, who was always excited to get transferred to school as well. Especially that types of high school that is by the docks as well, until he meets the big girl, which is this character, calls herself Eru-chan in that one, because the combination between S and L as well. So I think this is basically like the 80s version of Lovely Complex anime as well, because I consider this anime to be a classic, because this only lasted about 95 episodes, around the same time as Urusei Yatsura, The Mysterious Cities of Gold, as well, and Tokimeki Tonight as well. So that's all here, from what I understand as well. Number 6, Dirty Pair, the two girl a-holes fighting evil as well, because I consider this anime to be a well-known anime title that is famously known for, because I know that that's how they are calling how this anime gets a lot of attention as well. Everything ever goes by in the 80s is what Dirty Pair had a lot to do for as well, because from what I understand, yeah, that's how they're a volatile duo of space fighters who call themselves the Lovely Angels, but they're in the galaxy. They are known as Dirty Pair as well. And yeah, it's based on the novels by Haruka Akachio as well. It's how this anime goes, because it's just it's one of those anime titles that are, it's just what it is as well, because you know what I mean as well. And that's number 6, Dirty Pair. Number 5, Space Adventure Cobra. This is a classic, well-known anime series. I mean, this anime series, Space Adventure Cobra, is basically of how you cross Lupin the Third and Captain Harlock with heavy metal, because I consider this to be the well-known, famous anime series as well. Yeah, because this is what you cross Lupin the Third and Captain Harlock as well, with the elements of heavy metal as well. And yes, this is basically I'm going to call Space Adventure Cobra the best sci-fi anime series from the 80s. Kind of basically to the extent to Lupin the Third as well, as from what I understand as well. So that's number 5, Space Adventure Cobra. Okay. Number 4, Tokameki Tonight. What can I say is that this anime is about a girl who is a half-human, half-vampire, her parents are her dad is a vampire, and her mother is like a werewolf in that one. This is a classic shoujo anime series from the 80s. This is basically like anime's take on Addams Family or the Munsters as well. But I noticed there's some moments in there, and the boy character, who is basically a boxer, who does as in that one as well. Because if you haven't seen Tokimeki Tonight, give it a watch as well. So that's number 4, Tokimeki Tonight. Number 3, Urusei Yatsura. Urusei Yatsura is one of the classic 80s anime from Rumiko Takahashi. I mean, this anime is about a high school lecherous, perverted loser named Ataru Moroboshi, who always wanted to goes girl hunting as well, but the girls rejecting him as well, because he always goes girl hunting. But then, until the appearance of Lum appeared in Urusei Yatsura as well. Especially when the game of tag, as how this goes, like when he grabs onto her horns after he steals her tiger stripe bikini top. So he grabs onto her horns. So that's how the proposal goes, and then she falls in love with Ataru Moroboshi, and then Shinobu gives up on Ataru, because Shinobu knew that Ataru is in love with Lum as well. So if Ataru cheats on Lum, electrifying shocks may electrocute Ataru if he cheats on her as well, whenever he goes girl hunting as well. This anime series came out on October 14th, 1981, around the same time as Dogtanian and the Three Muskehounds and Ulysses 31 as well. This anime series capsulated only 195 episodes until 1986, which is around the same time as Maison Ikkoku. If you haven't seen Urusei Yatsura, give the series a watch, because this is one of the earliest anime titles that were based on the manga by Rumiko Takahashi. Number 2, One for All and All for One, Muskehounds Are Always Ready. Dogtanian and the Three Muskehounds. This is basically an animal anthropomorphic take on the swashbuckling story The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas, but with anthropomorphic dogs on that, because I consider this to be my favorite 80s anime beside Urusei Yatsura, because I think this premiered on October 10th, 1981, which is within a week before Urusei Yatsura, because I know this anime is popular in Madrid, Spain, because BRB Internacional had a lot to do for this classic series as well, from what I understand as well. Yeah, because it's only 26 episodes from 1981 to 1982 on there. I think it's around the same time as The Mysterious Cities of Gold and Tokimeki Tonight, Space Adventure Cobra, Urusei Yatsura, the Kabocha Wine, and Super Dimension Fortress Macross as well. Because I figured this anime series is a swashbuckling take on the Three Musketeers as well. If you haven't seen it, give this series a watch, because in Japan it is known as Wanwan Sanjushi as well. And finally, number 1, Fist of the North Star. This is the classic anime series based on the manga by Buronson Tetsuo Hara. This is about how the world is going to wasteland, and then Kenshiro is the man with the 7 scars on his chest, beat up those villains with his fists, with the pressure points, make their bodies and heads explode in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. So this anime is basically the main inspiration for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as well. Because this is how Hirohiko Araki had the idea when he created JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. If you haven't seen Fist of the North Star, check out the series. You can get this on DVD or Blu-ray from Discotech Media, or you can watch it for free on Crunchyroll. So that's going to be it for my top 10 favorite 80s anime for today, you guys. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's what I'm saying for this. This is the first time I wanted to do my top 10 favorite 80s anime. I haven't done before until now. Help subscribe for content on my anime pile, link in the description down below. You can share this video on your Twitter, Facebook, if you have Twitter and Facebook account, all social media. Smack the like button if you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave the comments in the comments section below in this video if you like as well. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. If you're feel free to do my channel, smack the notifications bell button, and that's all I got to say. Keep it otaku for this top 10 favorite 80s anime, because this is the first time I wanted to do this. This is Rurouni-K95 saying thank you for watching my video, and I'm glad you liked it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Hope you have a great day. This is Rurouni-K95 signing off, and thank you for watching my video, and I will see you soon for more videos.